Okay. I'm about to have a good day. No matter what they say. Sun is shining down on me. Birds are singing praise. I'm about to have a good day. In every single way. The God who made the universe knows me by my name, so it's a good day. Baby in my arms, walking through the neighborhood, living in the present, not what I shoulda or could. I remember back when I was low as a rug. Now I'm standing up, look at what my father does, turning all things new, gray skies blue. Hear the church say, won't he do it? I know he's got my back. That's why
to welcome you to the 2025 West Virginia State University ROTC Hall of Fame show. On behalf of our cadre, our cadets, and our entire Yellow Jacket Battalion, thank you for taking time out of your day to pay tribute to the excellence, service, and legacy. This morning, we are especially welcome to our distinguished guest, President Cage. I know he'll be here. He's here. I'm sorry, sir. Which is the president of West Virginia State University, Brigadier General Gene Holt, which is our guest speaker today, our Hall of Fame honorees and their families, and members of the West Virginia State University faculty, staff, alumni, and community leaders. Your presence underscores the lasting bond between our university, our military, and the broader community we proudly serve. Today, we celebrate the remarkable achievements of former West Virginia State University ROTC cadets whose lives reflect the highest ideals of leadership and sacrifice. These men and women, our inductees, have led by example both in and out of uniform. They have stood on the front lines of our nation's defense, led organizations with vision, and uplifted their communities with the commitment to serve, rooted in the values they've begun developing right here at State. This university has a proud military history. West Virginia State ROTC has commissioned officers who've gone on making lasting impacts in the Army, the nation, and around the globe. The Hall of Fame is our way of preserving and honoring that legacy, not as a distinct memory, but also as a living standard for excellence. To our cadets present here today, let me be clear. This ceremony isn't just a tribute to the past, but it's a roadmap for your future. These honorees once sat in the same seats you do now. They faced the same challenges, questioned the same doubts, and ultimately rose to meet the same call to lead. Learn from their journeys, embrace the possibilities ahead. I also want to extend a heartfelt thank you to the families, mentors, and teammates of our inductees. Your support has helped shape their paths, and today's recognition isn't just as much as yours as it is theirs. So thank you. And finally, we are privileged to have a distinguished leader with us today whose career exemplifies the very values we seek to instill in our cadets. General Holt has led with distinction throughout his Army career, embodying the essence of selfless service, resiliency, and mentorship. His presence here today adds tremendous significance to this event, and we are honored by his continued commitment to inspiring the next generation. So with great pride, deep gratitude, and renewed purpose, let us begin this celebration of leadership, legacy, and service. And again, welcome to the 2025 West Virginia State Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Thank you.
Lazelle Free and Lieutenant Colonel Staria Highgood. And thank each of you and your families for your service and what you have done for this country and your leadership, not just to the United States Army, but the leadership that you've provided in your communities and the impact that you've had. Lieutenant Colonel Free served 2 tours in Vietnam and has 2 awards for the Bronze Star and a Purple Heart. In addition to military service, each inductee has been a leader in their community. Lieutenant Colonel Free served as a senior Army instructor at Grimsley High School for 19 years following retirement. I can only imagine the impact that you have had on each student and the associated success stories.
While at state, he was called to serve his country through ROTC and was commissioned as a second lieutenant in the United States Army. He went on to serve 20 years on active duty, completing 2 combat tours in Vietnam. During his career, he held key assignments as a tank platoon leader, company commander, and chief minority recruiting officer. For his service, he was awarded 2 Bronze Stars, 2 Army Commendation Medals, the Purple Heart, the Combat Infantryman's Badge, and the Vietnamese Honor Medal, among many others. After retiring from active duty in 1982, Lieutenant Colonel Free continued to shape future leaders as a senior Army instructor with Guilford's County Schools, where he built a thriving JROTC program that impacted hundreds of young men and women. He was also deeply involved within his church, community, and organizations such as the Boy Scouts of America, where he was honored with the Whitney M. Young Junior Service Award. Please join me in giving a round of applause for Lieutenant Colonel Lazelle Free.
I am Colonel Vic Herbin. I am not a West Virginia State graduate. I'm a North Carolina A&T State University graduate and was inducted into the Army ROTC Hall of Fame in 2023 at North Carolina A&T. Colonel Free is my cousin, and I can't do him as much justice as his son, my cousin, Richard B. Free. So, Richard, why don't you come on and talk about talk about Lacey.
Thank you. Good morning. Giving all honor and praise to my Jehovah and Savior, Jesus Christ. My name is Richard Free, and distinguished guests, esteemed administrators, devoted friends and alumni of West Virginia State University, retired and active service members, thank you for your service. I extend heartfelt greetings on behalf of my beloved wife, Travella, my dear mother, Hannah, who's back home, my siblings, and the cherished grandchildren of Lieutenant Colonel Lazelle Free. On occasions such as this, it is customary, as you know, for the honoree, if present, to reflect on their personal journey and the pivotal milestones that have led to this moment. Today, it is both my privilege and honor to share a few details from my own perspective, celebrating the enduring legacy, remarkable resilience, and unwavering faith that have illuminated and shaped his extraordinary path. Today, as I reflect on this profound honor, I am reminded that true greatness isn't measured solely by public accolades, but by the love, lessons, and inspiration a person gives to those closest to them. My father, already a Hall of Famer in our hearts, taught me life's essentials: how to shave, ride a bike, tie a tie, how to lead with integrity. He celebrated my victories as if they were his own and supported me through every challenge, from entrepreneurial lessons in the family business that he started, to navigating some of life's toughest moments. His actions always spoke louder than words, setting high expectations simply by living them. Dad was deeply involved in his church, City of Phelps Memorial United Methodist Church, where he faithfully served in various capacities over the years, the last of which as a treasurer, a role he had with dedication and integrity. His finances, his willingness to serve extended beyond the church walls, as he also managed finances for our free Strickland family reunions. He was always willing to step up to ensure everything ran smoothly in demonstrating his commitment to both his faith community and our family heritage. There's a myriad of stories I could tell about Dad, but I will share 2 today. First, I witnessed in my father a man that was truly blessed. I can remember fondly after a family get-together where we had all eaten and we were full and just relaxing, and he said, "My heart is full." It recalls the verse from Psalm 127, 5th verse, that declares, "Blessed is the man whose quiver is full." Now this leads into the fact that his 5 children, who could not be here today, just me, Lazelle Jr., who lives in Chatsworth, California, Kevin, who lives in City Island, New York, myself, I live in Greensboro, North Carolina, Margaret in Atlanta, Georgia, and Michael, the youngest, who is a West Point graduate. He now lives in Seattle, Washington. It ties into a powerful sermon that I heard describe children as the arrows. The quiver is the case in which carries the arrows. In a blessed man's quiver, once trained in the ways of the Lord, they are released like arrows across the world, each one spreading the love, hope, and the goodness of God wherever they go. Second story, this is a active participation. It looks like everyone in here endured COVID, a moment that was a traumatic social experiment or experience for all of us. It was one of the most divided times. I mean, we're kind of divided still, but it was one of the most divided times of our country. And some thought they knew what to do, some thought they didn't. Wear the mask, don't wear the mask. Get the vax, don't get the vax. Well, we found ourselves at each other's heads, right? Families across the world, across the country, found themselves in that same predicament. Sorry, cuz. People were being dehumanized, vilified. And there were many who I found myself on the outside. But Dad, I will never forget how much he allowed love to prevail. His unyielding connection over conflict. He said, we're gonna be connected no matter what. He demonstrated an unyielding power of love and understanding. Forgive me. My father's legacy is not just in his achievements, but in the enduring impact he made on our lives through wisdom, humility, humor, and unconditional support. West Virginia State University was truly woven into the fabric of his life. He was a yellow jacket through and through, rarely seen without his West Virginia State University hat, shirt, or jacket proudly on display. While he cannot share his story today, I can tell you that this university shaped not only his career, but also his character, values, and sense of community. The friendships and lessons he gained here made him the remarkable man I was privileged to call Dad. He loved this institution fiercely, and I know he would be humbled and overjoyed to be inducted into the ROTC Hall of Fame. Thank you for recognizing the legacy of a man who bled black and gold every day of his life. If we could, just one more participation. I'm an Aggie, and when we're at A&T, we say Aggie pride.
Aggie pride.
I understand y'all's is state. It's Go State. So when I say WVSU for Dad one time, let me hear Go State, all right? WVSU! Go State! Thank you for this incredible honor on behalf of my father.
Renzo got that sauce in it. Renzo I always put Christ in the center. Do you know he's in control? If it's not about Christ, then I'm not involved. It's either you're hot, lukewarm, or cold. Lukewarm or cold. It's either you're hot, lukewarm, or cold.
soul. If it's not about Christ, then I'm not involved. I hope you know that my Lord is in control of everything that is around me. If it doesn't look right, I won't take it lightly. There ain't no time to be sipping no tea, cause the devil's outside trying to mislead me.